Carlos and Ryan, and we know that you're dying to hear what we have to say today. I say we hear what we have to say today. It's the blank. Fill it in. Fill it in. Fill it in. Yeah.
It feels good. Yeah. It feels good. Yeah. Ooh, baby.
You think there's ever going to be a version of like New Jack Swing again?
No. I think Bruno tried to bring it back for what was it? Finesse?
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
It was a
There'll
good
be
touch.
yeah.
It was like a good comeback for a bit. You know what I mean?
But there'll be no other New Jack Swing. New Jack Swing. Bow, bow, bow. New
unfortunate.
Jack Swing. Bow, bow.
That's
Probably
unfortunate.
my favorite reiteration of R&B. I just burped. Anywho, let's get this going. Young world, young world, young world, young world. Don't let the on-air sign, non-lit on-air sign fool you.
We are on air.
I am Carlos.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is The Blank with Carlos and Ryan. We are back, baby, for another week, another edition, another episode. We's back, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan's all Canadian tuxedoed up today.
I like the jean jacket, man.
The jean jacket's a classic touch. That's
like
a Canadian touch. It's a classic Canadian touch.
Honestly, I've seen like some people do it extremely well nowadays. So I'm just, trying to follow.
No holes in it, though.
I'm trying to follow. No, I don't think so.
No. Because
might have one in the armpit.
Ripped jeans, because apparently ripped jeans are still in for some reason. I don't get it. I've never understood the hype, but apparently it's still in.
I like it more on women.
Ripped jeans?
Yeah,
I see. I too.
I like the little.
I too appreciate.
I like the
jeans.
little thigh like skin you can see.
You like that there?
I like that. Yeah.
You
sometimes you can see their knees. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're like, girl, you got that kneecap on you.
Goddamn.
Golly.
Something about it, man.
Yeah.
There's a little small touches, man.
And then when you're in the bedroom, it's like, ooh, I'm about to take out my jeans. No. You leave it there.
Leave them on.
Leave them on.
Leave them on, girl.
I like the kneecaps right there. All right. Don't know how that worked, but Oh, okay. We barking. Okay. Well, Ryan, say hello to the children.
Happy Thursday, everybody. We're in for another week, so thank you very much for joining in for another week, another episode with Carlos and I. We definitely do appreciate it. Happy Friday if you happen to listen to us on a Friday, and happy weekend. We just got done with a family weekend, and unfortunately, Carlos and I did not spend it together.
No.
But I'll talk about the experiences and all that kind of stuff, and definitely some recommendations out there. So, but thank you for joining in with another episode with Carlos and I. We definitely do appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes.
There's going to be some changes, but we'll roll with it.
And
so thank you.
I see no changes because
you wake up in the morning and you ask yourself,
"Damn right, if life was worth living, should I get some jeans, holes in the jeans?" But how was your family weekend?
It was good.
Good.
It was.
Ryan ditched me to go to Mount Tremblant.
I didn't ditch you.
And him and the business.
Our marketing director. Yeah, it was wild, man.
It was a wild weekend.
It was a great weekend, man.
Oh, please.
I cannot.
Do tell.
It was lovely.
What you guys do up there?
We cooked.
Nice.
We drank.
Nice.
Got a little bit dizzy out there.
So far, all things you can't seem to do in Ontario, but it's fine.
And it was a beautiful place. It's probably one of the. I've done like a winter cottage or a winter chalet before, but that one was really, really nice.
That's good.
It was really well taken care of. Everything was working properly, which is great.
That's nice, especially in the winter. You would hope for the best.
Definitely, it was like nice and hot inside the cottage, and like we had a hot tub.
Nice,
which is really nice.
You dive in.
Yeah, it was freaking minus 25, and you get on the hot tub, you feel fine. It was great,
like nothing.
It was wonderful, man. It was one of the coolest experiences. And then we were, I forget what lake it was, but we were on a lake. So our cottage at the back was part of a lake.
Mm.
And then you can literally look up while you're sitting in the hot tub and see all the stars. It was nuts.
Nice.
And there wasn't too many like shooting stars, but I think I saw one or two.
That's wicked.
Which
See,
is pretty
shooting
nice.
stars is always nice.
It was
Okay.
beautiful. The drinks were good. The food
Good.
was good. We had a collective effort of making dinner every year or every night, which was really nice. We drove out to the village, which was really nice in Mount Tremblant. If you haven't been there, there's a bunch of like different cottages on the side of the mountain, which is pretty cool, and you can like rent them and stuff like that. People go skiing. We didn't, unfortunately, didn't go skiing or snowboarding or anything like that, but a lot of nice little restaurants and stuff like that. It was really good. It's quite expensive.
I mean,
I think for me and the marketing director for our meal was just like $170.
Good Lord, just you two alone?
Yeah, it was just a lot. I had a lot of drinks, but like still.
Okay, well, I mean, so what are we talking about? $70 alone for you?
It was probably like $100 for me alone.
Oh my god!
But still, it was good though. It was really good. Like, Alicia got this mac and cheese.
Yeah.
That had this huge ass lobster tail on it, which is really good.
Lobster tail.
Yeah, it was a huge lobster
you guys
tail.
fancy.
Yeah, it was pretty fancy. And then I had like a Caesar salad with like anchovies, and I got calamari.
Why do I get the feeling you guys were like underdressed for this place? Then?
I was definitely underdressed.
And my goodness, lobster tail. Like, what the hell? Who do you people think you are?
The thing about the village, like the Mount Tremblant village too, is that they know that people are there to spend money, so they can like upcharge a little bit.
That's the sad part. Yeah.
Definitely the beer wasn't worth the amount that I paid for it, but
what kind of beer? It
was like a house beer that they had. They made it in Quebec. Okay. So I was just trying a bunch of different Quebec stuff. So it was good.
You talked to the people there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the people there were really nice.
That's good.
Yeah. That's really, really nice. I did the bonjour.
You did the bonjour.
Yeah. And then the merci.
You did the je m'appelle?
No, I didn't.
No, that's unfortunate. Je m'appelle Ryan would have been nice.
There was a one part of the
coucher avec moi.
Oh God,
you should have done that.
There was one part of the story where we're at this convenience store, and one of our buddies that was there, he knows who he is. He did the comment ça va, or I think he did bonjour, and then the other person said bonjour back, and then they also said comment ça va.
Yeah.
And then you know what he says?
What?
Si.
I don't even have to ask you, and I immediately know who did this.
And the person's like, "You mean we?" And he's like, "Yes." You're supposed to say bien.
Yeah. I immediately don't even have to ask you, and I already know who did that.
You're dying, man.
Oh my God in heaven! Wow! Wow! Can't take that dude literally anywhere. For God's sake.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
That's good. I'm glad you guys had fun, though.
Yeah, it was a great time.
That's good.
I had a retrospective trip.
Oh,
did you? From some wonderful ingredients.
Yeah.
That
did you?
That took me out of this world and
did you take the trip alone?
Nope. There's a bunch of us.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was great.
People who even shock me, or the same old bunch?
The same people.
Okay,
same old people. Yeah.
All right.
It was a great time though. It was that we really got to listen to music together and bond and eat together as a family. We all sat down for dinner every night, which was nice.
That's good.
It was really cute.
Ask how everyone's day was and their goals and. It was great. Did you spill the tea, girl? Did you spill the tea?
I probably spilled my own tea.
Is that right?
Yeah. All of my ins and outs and my insecurities in life.
And they're just like, Ryan, just eat your food. Please continue with the dinner.
Just go eat outside.
Yeah.
It's -20 outside.
Yeah, just go. Just eat in the goddamn hot tub if you get cold. Then. All right. Well,
but I truly recommend it. Quebec. Honestly, I didn't realize how beautiful that area of Quebec is. It's really.
It looks great in the pictures.
It was very, very beautiful.
Good stuff, man.
We got to walk on a frozen lake, which is really nice.
Is that not scary?
Yeah, it was a little bit scary. I was jumping on it.
Of course you would.
Yep.
Of course
just to see.
Was the trip still activated or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
It
wasn't a great idea. No,
not good.
Not
horrible.
A good idea,
really.
No, but I did it.
Idiotic.
Anyway. There was one point when I was experiencing the trip, and we were in the hot tub, and then I jumped out of the hot tub and then rolled around in the snow, which was really cold.
That is, yeah.
Yep. That wasn't a great idea either. I was shirtless and pretty much butt naked in this hot tub. They didn't ask for me to be butt naked, but I was. But the trip was great. Other than that, the long drive though, that was one thing. 7 hours, man.
That's a crazy
7 hour drive. Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
it was nice though.
well, it seemed worth it in the end, so that's all that matters. That all that matters.
Came back
there.
alive,
Good stuff. Good stuff.
which is great.
But yeah, my weekend was nothing. I just stayed at home and just watched TV and played video games.
Hey, sometimes you need that, man.
Well,
I think if we're gonna,
I do that all the time. Well, no, I couldn't go because I was working on Monday, and even when Monday came, like literally, it was a pointless ass day because no one called in. But they all assumed that we were closed.
get time and a half.
No.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, it's okay.
I love how they preach. We want to give you guys the benefit of the doubt. We want you guys to ensure. We want to ensure work-life balance, and then they give us goddamn family day to work. And on top of all that, they are now we can't even. It's not free to park on the streets anymore on stat holidays.
Make me sick, man.
Yeah, to
Makes
our damn
me
stomach.
sick.
This is unfortunate. This is so unfortunate. Damn, Toronto. Why do you keep breaking my heart?
Damn.
Why? I love you. Why can't you love us back? That's all I got to say on that. But I will say that I went to the gym yesterday.
Wonderful. Carl's has been back. I'm sure that everyone's been noticing if you've been watching our YouTube videos. I've surely noticed.
Why are you saying it like that?
You're looking good.
Why do you say like that?
I'm just saying.
You went to the gym today
For the first time ever.
How do you feel?
Well, for the first time since before the.
Okay, not for the first. Let's be clear. Ryan has in fact been to the gymnasium in his life for a few times. Not for the first time.
First time before the holidays,
which is a while.
A long time.
Yeah. So I mean, you don't feel like exhausted or anything?
No,
after?
I feel great.
Good.
It was a really good workout.
Nice.
You know, I was talking to one of our homegirls. Shout out to Cindy. She's doing a half marathon in May.
Oh yes, that's right.
So I was motivated to go. So I put up my socks and put on some shorts and I walked my ass to the gym. And
you wore shoes for the treadmill. Yes. I really hope you did because that
barefoot.
Yeah,
barefoot.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. What are you, a Kenyan or going for the Kenyan Olympics or something?
Oh.
Relax, take it easy, okay? Just go for shoes and socks, just like any other normal person.
I've seen some people take their shoes off when they do
that's disgusting.
Like
at a public gym,
deadlifting. Yeah.
Okay, deadlifting. I mean,
like stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
but on the treadmill, that's disgusting. Don't be gross.
I don't know.
You guys, if I see one that, I will literally some people's kids you right in front of you and you're right to your face. That's gross.
Yeah, no, the gym's great.
I mean, it's always a good
time.
Getting
back into it, man.
Especially all the
Whoa.
Hey,
whoa.
Nice set you did there. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? You're doing good, baby.
Whoa.
And now that's just me talking to the dudes.
All right, then.
All right, we'll address my sexuality at a later time. I went to the gym yesterday.
Yes. Awesome.
I walk in. I'm ready to go. I'm figured it's an arms day. You know, I just want to focus. You know, I want to. The plan is do some jogging, jog for maybe 15 minutes, and then work on my arms.
Amazing.
So biceps, triceps.
Woo!
All right. As I'm walking into the gym, I scan my key card. It's a Good Life gym. I scan the key card, and as I'm looking, the treadmill section is right in front of the entrance. So you scan, and you're right at the treadmill area. So as I'm walking toward the treadmill, I seen a girl on the treadmill walking. All right, do a little bit power walking, and since it's a female, normally I don't like to stare or anything, or I just like to be in my own space. I don't talk to people. I'm not the social type when it comes to the gym. I just want to do my workout, be out. That's all.
I think I tell most people
work out, be out. That's the plan. All right, and most people, do that.
I think even for social people, it's like kind of like that. You go in, get your stuff done, you leave.
And exactly. But this girl,
stunning.
No.
Oh.
Well, she was. It was. It was stunning, but not. More so, not like in terms of the beauty. More like a. Stone Cold Steve Austin stunning you after 5 cases of beer.
Oh wow. Oh god.
This female had the worst BBL I've ever seen in my life.
What does
The
BBL? What does BBL
worst.
stand for again?
Brazilian butt lift.
Oh, okay. Ugly.
The worst I've seen. I'm talking not just online, not just real life, sorry, but I mean online
The
as
worst
well.
thing you've ever seen.
The worst I've ever seen.
God. How do people walk around?
And
like
it's
that?
not like, oh, Carlos, that's mean. That's so rude. How? No. When I tell you that this was the worst, trust me on this. This is like cartoon-esque bad.
Too overdone.
Like, no, bro, it was like, let me describe it for y'all, okay? She had the ass, obviously. The ass is there. But then on top of that, it was like 2 Amazon packages sticking out.
And not a small Amazon.
No, like we're talking like medium-sized Amazon packages
Oh, like in a
sticking out.
squarish.
Yeah.
Wow.
On
Okay.
each ass cheek. So
Wow.
there's the ass, and then there's the Amazon package.
That's weird.
And I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
That's weird.
That is insane.
I don't know. People walk around like that.
I'm like, you left the freaking hospital and you didn't press charges?
Thinking that stuff is okay. Well, she
Yo.
probably got it like from some like underground
I mean, I would
Plastic
assume so.
surgeon.
Can you imagine
danger. man.
can you imagine a professional really doing that? She'd have her own gym. She'd sue them. I would hope she sues them.
Just dangerous.
Ah, folks.
You couldn't like die from a bad
You
one, can't
can.
you? Yeah.
Freaking the comedian DC Youngfly's wife passed away from
Oh
getting
yes. Yeah.
because there was a mess up in the plastic surgery.
That's
I'm
crazy.
dude. And then I'm on the treadmill like a few rows up in front of her because I want to work out. I turn back for a second as I exit off the treadmill. She's still on it. Her chest area is like all like crustied up.
How
Like,
old is this lady?
Dude, she must look like mid to late 30s.
Mid to late 30s.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I'm like,
That's sad,
what
man.
are we doing? What, guys? It was, yeah, no, like I'm not exaggerating. It is hands down the worst BBL I've ever seen in my life.
You know what's crazy? Like the beauty standards kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Are we
Like, what are you
doing?
Like she probably
Can't
looked
we,
perfect.
do we not appreciate natural beauty enough? Is
She
that all
probably
that is?
looked perfect beforehand.
She probably looked great.
Mm-hmm.
But then no one
Mhm.
told her enough. Like, hey, you look gorgeous. You know what, man? I don't know what it is about Toronto. There's like a whole thing about it. Like, if you go up to a female, tell her she's beautiful, apparently you're a freaking pedophile or a freak or a creep. But at the same time, we don't appreciate beauty enough, just in general. All right, guys. If she's naturally beautiful, has all the right parts and all that, tell her, okay? And then don't be afraid. That's a problem with Toronto, all right? And we have very beautiful women here, but we don't talk to them enough. I'm guilty
Some
of this
lovely
too.
people.
I get it.
We have some lovely people.
Lovely, great people.
Mm-hmm.
I know dudes that are fantastic to talk to, but they're just too afraid to talk to female because of fear of rejection. Again, I'm guilty of it as well. But we got to do more, folks. 2024. All right? We need to be more assertive.
Liquid courage, man.
Yeah, man. Drink alcohol.
Shout out to Heineken.
Yeah. I mean, don't do it at like 11 a.m. and like, take a swig or something.
I would do it.
So, unlike some people. My God.
That's me.
That's him. Oh my! And don't even ask me how the hell he got through the day in Mount Tremblant. Lord knows.
I was drinking beers in the morning.
Yeah,
though. I
no
definitely was.
shite.
I had one
No
at like
shite.
8:30 in the morning one morning, I think. So that was a good time. Hair of the dog, man. Hair of the dog. People know what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, folks. Anyway, but folks, come on, man. Can we not? Is there any way we can just prevent these women to stop like getting all these beauty upgrades by any means necessary? We're fucking up the ladies, all right? Kim Kardashian is not the benchmark of beauty. There are tons of females that are naturally beautiful and they have no surgery done. Just appreciate for what you got. And if you don't have the looks, who cares? All right? You're going to get someone simply based off your personality. Don't do it for attention. Do it based off of the person that appreciates you for who you are, what you look like, how you talk, so on and so forth. All right.
Okay, so let me ask
I
you.
don't
Let me
ever
ask you a
want to
question.
see that shite ever again. That was horrible.
Let me ask you a
Anyway,
question.
go ahead.
So one of the biggest, like, I guess, solutions that a lot of people kind of give when they're giving advice to people about, what to do. They
I feel
maybe.
dizzy. I haven't eaten today, so that's
Oh,
probably
okay.
why.
Okay, God. We're gonna go get something to eat after.
Yeah.
But
I'll be fine.
one of the biggest like solutions that people happen to give or like advice when like someone's like, oh, like, man, I'm looking for somebody, or
Yeah.
like, man, maybe they don't think too highly of themselves or
Yeah.
whatever it may be, and a lot of people kind of just give that very simple, like, go out and like join a club, like, work on yourself, like go to the gym, like maybe dress a little bit better, like stuff like that. What do you think about that advice? Like, do you think it works? Do you think it doesn't? If you were to give advice to these people, like whether it's a woman or a man, what would the advice that you give to people that feel like they're struggling with like their looks, and like what to do from there, kind of thing? How would you approach that?
Well, I'll put it like this. I lost attention after you said I have a question for you. I am. This is the fastest I've ever gotten inebriated, and
One beer, man.
yeah,
This is not a Heineken, by the way. There's straight whiskey in this Heineken.
oh, is that right? I was not aware of that. All right, I'll see you in court for that. Well, no, all jokes aside. No, seriously, what was the question?
So like with people, when
Yeah.
it comes, and we have only a couple minutes before we got to go to commercial
That's
break.
fine. So go ahead.
But when people give advice to somebody that's maybe struggling with dating, or
Yeah.
maybe struggling with like, finding the confidence to go up to people and like be social in that
Yeah.
aspect, I find when I'm reading a lot of like comments on Reddit and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, a lot of people just go join clubs, go work out,
Mm.
go like, try to change your outfit a little bit
Yeah.
more, and people will start to recognize you in a certain light. What do
Right.
you think about that sort of like, I don't even know what the word is anymore.
Okay, I figured
Yeah.
out what you meant.
Yeah. What do you think about that in full? Like,
Here's the deal: when
does
they
does
say
that
go
work?
to the gym, that's obviously leading to again the physical looks of a
Mhm.
person. The matter of when I say tell someone to join a gym or like do something, I want them to join something where they can feel comfortable at. Do an act. It doesn't even have to necessarily be a gym. They can do
Mhm.
like improv or go do comedy or go to painting classes,
Mhm.
swim lessons. Do something, or Muay Thai even, martial
Yeah.
arts in
Yeah.
general. Just do
Huge.
something that like you can work on that can build up your confidence and that will make you comfortable to speak around the people that are doing the same thing. Because the reason why people feel shy or nervous is because they are not sure if they have the similar interests. So what's better than speaking to someone that doesn't have similar interests in you than going to an area where you're doing something similar. You're doing the same activity,
Mhm.
and then getting to know that person, you will learn from them
Mhm.
that you'll have similar interests outside of said classes that you're doing. So if you have to build up confidence, if you feel insecure because of your weight or anything like that, go join the gym. Absolutely. Do the gym. If you have a goal to focus on, go do that. Lose your weight. And then when you start losing weight, you're going to feel the confidence in you, knowing that you worked your ass off to get to where you are. And then you're going to build relationships at the gym, especially if you go to the same location all the damn time.
Mhm. That's a great
That's
way to
it.
put it.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. But also, I want to reiterate this. There's some toxic ass podcasts out there. My God, that freaking that was a tough sentence to say. I don't know if
Some
it's the
toxic
alcohol. Some
ass
toxic ass
podcast. No,
podcasts.
that's a tough.
That's a
It's a
toughie.
tough one.
All right.
It's not only you.
Thank God. So yes, don't listen to for all you newcomers to the love game out there, all you youngins out there. Don't listen to these toxic podcasts out there that are giving you advice on how to talk to women. Folks, I just can't stress this enough. Just go do similar things just go through like if you're in school right now, just relate to school. Just, you know what I mean? Talk to them, be like, hey,
Mhm.
man, this class was tough. Hey,
Mhm.
you're in math class, right? How's that going? Really find something that you have a similar interest in, knowing that you have a similar, yeah, you have similar environment that as the other as the
Mhm.
female that you're talking to.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then when you talk about that, you dive into more. Like, what else are you into? Oh, I'm into so. And when you find that one other thing that you're interested in, bam, that's it. That's the catch. That's the target. Jump in, dive in, and then go from there.
I
And if
love it.
they don't have any other interests that are similar to you, maybe offer suggestions. Then you can go in and then you could say, oh, maybe it's similar to what you do when blah 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 blah. Folks, that's all this is. Just people in general just don't like being left out. All right, you don't want to attract someone and then leave them out. Find similar interest. Okay? That's the advice I have. Screw all these podcast people telling you to tell your girl to go cook in the kitchen and then perform fellatio on you in the morning before you go to work. That makes no goddamn. That's stupid. That's what they want to live. They're unhappy. Why do you think these dudes are freaking 55 years old and unmarried and don't have any kids? Because they're losers. All these punks. And I'm gonna call out the fresh and fit. You guys are pussies. I'm calling you out. I don't care if you're not gonna listen to this.
Damn.
And it's not the alcohol I'm talking neither.
Damn.
I feel these are sober thoughts that I'm having right now. You're losers. You're punks. And if you want to step up to me and go ahead, go ahead. I will
Damn.
slap the taste out your month. And
Damn.
which one's the fit? The shorter one. You're a cuck. You all know this. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Damn.
Go to commercial, Ryan, because I don't care anymore.
Damn.
Screw this. Suwoo Nation.
Damn. We'll be back. Check out the commercial.
Okay.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the singings and songwriting of Sebastian Michael. I think it's who sang that song.
Okay.
I don't know if he wrote it, but that was my best iteration of that song.
I mean, it was not bad. Do you care to explain what really brought it on? Or
I just, it relates to my life.
okay.
I just want to stop cheating.
Oh.
And I just, tired of giving my phone to, my fiance with a security code. I want to take that security code out so so she can find everything.
All right, and on that note, I am now looking for a new co-host because clearly, when the business director watches this, she will murder him.
I am a dead man,
and he will die. So, yeah, any new co-hosts interested, hit up the line. All right. Oh boy, yeah, I just went off on fresh and fit on that last little spiel there, but
I don't think I've ever seen an episode of it anyway.
I haven't watched a full episode. I've seen clips, but I even with all the clips that I've seen, I'm just not impressed. I mean, I just don't appreciate the way they talk to females in general. They
Yep.
feel, it's more of like a superior. I feel like with that podcast, it's more superiority than it is equality. They don't treat them as equals. They just put them down. There were like maybe like 1 or 2 points that I may agree them with, and it has nothing to do with superiority. It's just in terms of like the females that maybe one female felt superior. There's like, no, let me level you down a bit. That's where I see that as. At the end of the day, we're all human beings. We need to treat ourselves like we're equal, or else, you just create chaos and anarchy.
Well
Or
said.
dumbass freaking podcasts like Fresh and Fit, and
Well said.
unlike the blank, where we talk about real ish, try to relate to everybody. We're still beginners in the game, but at the same time, we trying hard, right? We talk a lot of nonsense here and there, but you know what? We still relate. We still want to get there. Our views are not the same as Fresh and Fit, but we're gonna get up there one day, and Fresh and Fit was gonna be like, oh hey, we used to be bigger than you guys, not anymore. Now we're gonna, you know what? I'm gonna talk New York now. I hold my nuts to this. That we better than Fresh and Fit. I'm gonna let my nuts hang on this, homie. So
Damn.
watch this on the shit. Fresh Fit. If you're watching again, I'm calling you out. This is part 2 right now.
Damn.
I don't care. I don't care. I can take you.
We're gonna get killed.
Yeah, let them. They are from Florida, though. I should have warned
Okay,
you.
then, oh, we're dead.
Oh, damn.
We're dead people.
Yeah, they probably just go walk out the street and get some stuff, people, and it's a wrap for us. Speaking of law or criminally involved activities, I was watching these like videos of people getting arrested at stores for stealing with my dad and my brother.
With your dad.
Yeah, he's an interesting fellow. He just watches weird stuff. He sends me all these random ass videos sometimes. So I'm just like, "Oh, Dad, what was this?" He sent me one about COVID last month. And I'm like, Dad, COVID has been done for like 3 years. What are you doing? It's like, just to be safe out there. I'm
Still
like,
good information.
yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks, Dad. But my brother asked the questions like, do you guys know anybody? Do you guys know anyone in jail currently? And I'm like, I'm like, no, I don't. And my dad brought up, and he's like, I actually had a friend who went to prison for like 4 years. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. What's the story behind that? So he's explaining that one night, him and this friend were at a party, at a get together, and there was another guy at the party, and apparently they started arguing over some dumb ish. Ghanaian men, I don't know, man. They argue over a little thing. You can't really tell. Like, that's the thing about Ghanaian men when you see them at the parties. When you see them talking, you can't tell if they're arguing or if they're just like asking each other how their day is going.
Oh shit.
It's that like. Because I know with my dad, he's very loud with his friends, so I can't really tell. One time when I was a kid, I went up to him, I saw him yelling. I'm like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, just running into a cousin I haven't seen in a long time." Like, oh, all right, cool.
I haven't seen this personally yet, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll try to remember that next time.
But anywho, my dad was explaining that this friend of his who he knew from back home as well, so they go way back. So
Back in
this
the
friend,
day.
yeah. So his friend of his and this other guy were arguing, and the other guy slapped my dad's friend in the face.
Ooh, wow.
And my dad is like, yo, relax. Don't. I understand he hit you. Don't let it go. My dad's a pretty chill guy. He doesn't want violence. He's not about that. No, he's just, hey, let it go. Leave him alone. Don't let it. And then his friend is like, okay, fine. I'll leave it be just because you're here.
Your dad's totally different from you.
What the what what do you mean?
Carlos wants all the smoke, man.
No, that's not true.
He definitely
I'm
does.
very peaceful.
He definitely does.
Unless alcohol's involved, slap me. Or if it's either alcohol's involved or if it's fresh or fit. One of those two slap me. I'm about to layeth the smacketh down.
Wow.
Just
Wow.
saying.
Just wow.
Yeah. Hey, I call it like it is. Anywho, let me speak on the story. So my dad explains that earlier when my dad told me that this guy went to jail he said it was for a fight that he got into. I'm like, oh, okay, so something bad must have happened during the fight. So I'm waiting for my dad to hear about them getting in fisticuffs, but my dad's like, no, they didn't fight. So my dad's friend and my dad they left because they didn't want no trouble. So they left. So my dad goes home, and my dad's friend ends up going out to another club because he's like, no, the night's not over. I'm trying to turn up a bit.
Damn.
So he's in the car and arrives at a club, and he sees the guy that slapped him and two other friends with him
At this club.
and they're
Damn.
outside just talking.
Following him.
Yeah, I don't even know. But they're outside talking, minding their own business, these three guys. And apparently my dad's friend ran them over.
Wow. That was unexpected.
Yeah. How do you think I feel when my dad? I'm like, Dad, that's not a fight. That's attempted murder. What the hell was that? I'm like, holy shit,
God.
that was insane. But then he's like, yeah, and then he went to court and he pled guilty. He got 4 years.
Damn.
And I'm like, you're still friends with this guy? He's like, yeah, no, he's a really nice guy. I'm
That
like,
is
I'm so
wild.
sure.
That is wild.
I'm like, you're still friends? He's like, yeah. You know what? He actually asked about you guys. I'm like, oh my God.
You know what? You need a friend like that.
Do you?
Anyone, every time, you need someone that's going to
run people over for you?
put it down when it needs to be
No,
put
thank
down.
you.
Whip
You
it
think
out.
that's okay?
They whip it out when you need them to whip
Hey,
it out.
yo.
They'll do it for you.
No,
I
thanks.
like it.
No way.
I
No
like
way. Yeah, I'd rather avoid friends like that.
All right.
Can you like, man? What?
That's hilarious.
That
though.
is like insane.
That
That
was
wasn't
very funny.
insane. I was like, oh my god, this story is nuts. And then my dad has the nerve to say he's a really nice guy.
nice
It's just
guy.
he has a temper. Has a temper.
Dangerous.
Yeah, no, that's insane. Huh? Do you think you'd go to court in trial for a friend like that?
I'd cheer him on.
You do go.
I'd make
Sir,
the.
please be quiet. We're reading the goddamn.
Do you know his name?
The guy. No, I don't.
Oh, I'd put like the free. Get the
Is
t-shirts
that right?
made.
Get a wear
T-shirts
free.
made.
He ain't do, and on the
He ain't
back
do
it says he
shit.
ain't do shit.
Have a car and logo on the back.
The car. Just like running over stick
Yeah.
figures on the back.
He ain't do shit.
He ain't do shit.
Yeah, man.
And then during the trial, they play the video camera from the camera, just clearly showing him driving. He gets out the car and starts screaming at the three people he ran over.
The other lawyer gets one of the shirts somehow, and he Exhibit A.
Exhibit A.
They made a
Why
shirt
did
of him running three
they bring
stick
you up
figures
to
over.
to the podium? Like,
Yeah.
why is he running over the people? It's like he's being accused of that, but why did you put it on the shirt?
It's just part of the shirt.
Yeah,
He ain't do
it's
shit, though.
design. He ain't do shit though.
Yeah.
Nah.
Everybody can have some bloody gloves. I got a bloody glove right now.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. Bailiff, can you arrest this man for attempted murder, possibly murder, first degree?
God, man.
Yeah, that was that was a wild story. Wild story.
That is
I heard.
crazy.
That is like man, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm even capable of even doing something like that. Like if he slapped me, I'd obviously be like, I'd probably slap him back, be like, "Yo, what's up?" That's the extent of it.
I think the only time that you would be able to like do that is if you saw somebody doing something bad.
I mean, yeah. Like if it's like if I see someone
Yeah.
trying to kill someone, and
Yeah,
I'm in
like
the
something
car,
like that. Yeah.
or like if I see a woman about like really like hurt, I'd be like, "Yo,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?" It'd be like something like that. But to run somebody over simply because he dissed my mom is kind of excessive.
That's excessive.
That's like a
Like I've seen some like video. I think they're from like South America or like somewhere in Brazil or like maybe Argentina or something like that, where like somebody like might be like on a motorbike and they're robbing somebody that's walking on the street, like a bag or like a cell phone or something like that. And then I've seen like bystanders actually use their car to run the robber over and that kind of shit. So I think like those are times are kind of justified. Yes, it's kind of extreme.
Yes.
I think I would only be able to do it if I saw someone trying to kill somebody.
I think it's a spur of the moment type of thing. It's just something you don't think, you just do it.
You just do it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that was obviously the case of my dad's friend where like, but at the same time, there has to be a bit of logic and like hey, you know what?
You got to relax.
Is it worth it? Like, is it worth it to do that? But
like, whoa.
Yeah, like hey,
Whoa.
hold on, don't be.
Yeah.
Is it bad that because apparently he drove a sports car? Is it bad that I asked my dad, damn, how much damage does the sports car get?
No, that's a valid question.
I mean, it's a sports car.
I would ask.
I mean, like if you drove someone over with the Benz, I think the first part would be like, oh no, the scuff marks.
Yeah. I would
look how much I have to pay to detail it, but that won't be a problem because you're going to prison.
Yeah, I don't know.
But at the same time, priorities. But that kind of make you a sociopath, though.
Yeah, it'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, it'd be rough.
It'd be pretty bad.
You
ever see like some of those cars like online that have like the blood decal, like they just ran somebody over? That's kind of weird.
Is there such thing?
I've seen that before.
I've not.
I've definitely seen that.
Really?
Before. Yeah, like somebody has like a white car and they put like bloody decals.
But
like realistic looking ones.
Yeah.
That, like made it look like they just like ran over somebody.
So they definitely run people over on their free time
or something.
100%.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's pretty weird.
Just like and then when someone asks them, like, "Hey, did you run somebody over? What's with all the blood?" Oh, that's all decal. You just all decal.
Some people definitely got some weird.
Yeah, no, there's some weirdos.
On.
There's some weirdos on the road for sure. Yeah. I know this because I work with a lot of. I talk to these people, all these goddamn psychopaths, and I give them money for their bloody decaled cars.
Damn.
Yeah.
I got a piece of news.
Go ahead.
For those who have been sort of watching like the whole AI movement, as of late, there's been like some crazy steps towards like the next generation of AI.
Yeah.
So I was talking to my cousin. He's really interested in this because you know, he uses it on his daily basis to like do certain things, like find efficiencies in his life. You know, writing resumes, things like that.
Right.
You know, he uses Chat GPT all the time for that kind of stuff.
Does he really?
He does. He does. He's honestly says it makes
And he's
his
in
life
school?
a lot easier. No, he's not in school.
Oh, okay.
He's full-time working now. But yeah, he just uses it for like efficiencies in life, like how to do certain things efficiently. He'll ask it questions, or like
I see.
if he needs to like make something sound a little bit more like philosophical or maybe a little bit more educated, and he's trying to get his opinion out in a certain way, then he'll put it into Chat GPT.
We are just fumbling sentences left
And
and right today.
it will like, you know, pump out exactly
Yeah.
what he wants to say, but in a nice, neat fashion kind of thing. So we were talking, and he's telling me about how like they're making this next advancement, and I kind of watched a little bit of a video on it from MKBHD on YouTube about how
MKBHD.
yeah, Marcus Brownlee.
Is that his the title of his
Yeah,
channel?
MKBHD.
That's
yeah.
crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
I thought it was just Marcus Brownlee.
Yeah, Marcus Brownlee.
Shout out to Marcus, man.
Yeah, shout out to
Genius.
Marcus. Legit. And he's talking about how AI is creating like this new sort of generation about making videos, and they can make videos look so real. And then he did like the two differences from like AI 5 years ago, where it's showing like Will Smith eating like spaghetti
Okay.
or something like that. But then
Side
now,
note, probably one of the most terrifying videos
Yeah.
I've ever watched in my life.
yeah, definitely.
I literally see 2 seconds. I have to switch it off. It's disturbing.
It's like very
no, I can't.
like
Even
very
thinking about it
formed.
makes me. That's one of my. That's literally top of the list of fears.
But then they used the new AI technology to create that exact same video, and honestly, it looks like exactly like Will Smith. And even though it's fully AI generated, there's no. I honestly watched it fully through the first time, like that one video, and I couldn't tell that it wasn't him
Really?
whatsoever. Like there wasn't any weird
That's pretty impressive.
motions or skin textures or
Yeah.
anything like that. It looked legitimately real. Like all of the motions of him, like using the fork and like chewing,
Yeah.
and, like the jaw structure and like his eye movements and all that kind of stuff was all on par with real life, which was crazy.
Nice.
So that was the one increment that, you know, it's eventually getting to, which is scary in itself.
Smarter.
They're getting smarter.
That's right. I'm telling y'all, Skynet, baby, Skynet.
The second thing is, if you are a Reddit user, you may have heard this a couple of days ago, and I posted this in our group for our guys just to listen to. But Google actually signed a contract with Reddit as of recently, where for $60 million. So Google is paying Reddit $60 million. And they're pretty much going to be taking all the Reddit content that gets posted on Reddit, and then Google's going to use that content to teach AI more about like what people say in certain circumstances. Yeah, so like, you know, like if you can imagine, like on a relationship Reddit, like let's say for example on a relationship Reddit, you know, people go post their problems. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm having a problem with my boyfriend or my girlfriend. What do you think I should do?"
Sorry to interrupt again, but I actually have a story here where a female just posted how the man that she's seeing now, 20 years older than her, is actually used to be a substitute teacher of hers in the second grade.
God. Wow. That's a real relationship.
Yeah,
tough.
that's a toughie. That's a toughie. Yeah, AI, deal with that shit. That's gross. But yeah, I can only imagine if AI is able to solve problems like these.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm kind of terrified knowing that they have all this knowledge from Reddit. Because let's be clear.
Reddit's like the real life like opinions of real people.
And they are, but there's some psychopaths.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
There are some absolute maniacs. There's some threads on Reddit that are absolutely idiotic.
There's some stuff on Reddit that shouldn't be on Reddit.
That should not. I really hope the computers don't know, because either or, 60 million is a lot of money, and I'm terrified to know what's going to happen, because I made it clear I'm very terrified of AI, and I don't know where it's going to take us, but all I'm saying is I'm getting my bunker ready, and I will see y'all on the other side. But
it's scary, man.
It's a scary time.
It's crazy, because it's definitely gonna get a feel for like what real people would say about certain things. Like, you know, before AI can sort of just scrape a bunch of information and provide it to you very quickly and very easily about like like whether it's like recipes or information about Alaska or something like that, whatever you're using it for. But now it can almost give like a formed opinion from learning about human behavior online. And like people ask about like finances, about like
Right.
what do they think about this, and then it'll be able to scrape all of that like personalized comments and information that's coming directly from Reddit and real people that are posting on these things. And there are bots on Reddit and stuff like that, but I'm not going to get into that. But it's just going to be interesting how AI sort of develops in the next 2 years, just from learning about Reddit in itself. So it's exciting, but it's crazy at the same time. Like, you'll literally be able to go into like Chat GPT and then ask about relationship advice. Like, wild, man. It's
I
going
love
to
how
be
we
wild.
teach people to go outside and talk to people, but instead the AI is doing ish like this,
Yeah, the
where they
opposite.
can now we don't even have to leave home.
Well,
You
there's a
can
point
marry
where
you can marry your computer.
yeah, honestly, like legit.
Oh boy, society,
Scary times,
yeah,
man. Scary times.
scary. Our poor children.
Yeah.
I'm finna move to I'm finna move to Russia if I have a family. We're gonna move to Russia. I'm gonna raise my kids there.
Uska.
Yeah, and
Mother Russia.
Yeah, and just raise my kids there. Te kruta. Anywho,
Man.
any. All right. Oh, I wanted to talk about something that I found out recently. So those you know how these families have vlogs on YouTube?
Yes.
I don't
Very,
see.
very weird.
Yeah, odd.
That is like one of the weirdest
You're
things about this new
raising your
generation.
children on the internet.
Exposing them.
You are
Yeah.
exposing them, and you're leaving it up to the public with comments on how to raise your kids.
Really quickly,
Go ahead.
the thought that just brings me into that, like how Disney kids had such like a weird stigma when they were
Yes.
younger. It was like, we're bringing them into Disney.
Yes.
We're putting them on the show, and then like you end up with people like Britney.
Yeah.
But then you also have like good circumstances where it works out for some people. Zendaya. But there's certain circumstances where it can be sort of claimed abusive in a sense, or like
it's
bad parenting.
But the
in a
bad
sense.
outweighs the good in terms of these Disney stars. There's some ones that ended up in rough positions, whereas others that are there's just maybe
not everybody
like the
makes
select,
it.
like the 1% that makes it, and they have a clean record and stuff. But I mean, going back to these YouTube families, but yes, there's this one particular family, the Frankie family, where it was made known that the mother was punishing her kids because basically for weird reasons. So there was one video where the mom and son were sitting beside each other, and she's explaining in full detail why she punished the kid and what he's in trouble for.
And this is all on video.
All on video.
Wow.
On their account. And
that is wild.
And everyone in the comments are like, "Oh damn, I hope he gets through it." It's like, it's okay, kid. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, why the hell is she blasting this out for the public to know?
Yeah.
Like, this is
super weird.
Yeah, it's super between you and your son. You don't need to. There's some things that need to be kept private. That should be kept private. Like, I get vloggers want to do like everything in your like. No, you don't have to do everything in your life. Go vlog about going to Disneyland or something really exciting. Don't vlog about how your kid is in trouble for doing dumb shit. Like, he's a kid. Of course he does dumb shit. What kid does it? But anyways, not moral. Sorry. What really happened was, it turns out that she was punishing all of her kids like really excessively. Like, it was like to the point of like they would remove the bed from their room and they would sleep on like a bean bag for like 7 months.
Wow.
It was essentially like child endangerment that she got charged with, and she actually just got sentenced, I believe, yesterday.
Oh, really?
And yeah, no, it was really bad.
Wow.
Like, she wouldn't feed her kids at some point, and she got sentenced to 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
She literally snitched herself out.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah. 30
Wow,
years.
that's case law, man.
30 years.
That's literally going to be used and like talked about for a long time.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's always those cases about like where people put themselves in like, you know, baiting themselves out on social media and all that kind of stuff. But this is like a
Like
huge
some rappers.
one. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is a huge one. That's
Oh,
wild. 30 years.
30 years.
30 years.
Mm.
Because honestly, you can claim that like just exposing their children to that, like they don't know any better. So obviously they're gonna be hype when like they're seeing views and they're getting
Oh,
money to
yeah.
like do all this kind of stuff, and you can
They're
buy
gonna
them toys and
ignore
all that kind of stuff. But it's
ignore
like
all
that's
the
not.
bad when the good comes in.
Yeah, it's not always a good thing to overexpose them like that. You know what I mean? That can also be like argued as like, you know, abusive in a sense, right?
Mm.
I'm sure there's gonna be studies 20 years from now because it's such a new fad and it's such a new thing that's happening to society, but then like 20 years from now there's going to be studies on like those YouTube families
Yes.
and like the psychological effects on how
Oh,
it is to
100%.
like promote content and create content your whole life, not realizing like
The effects. Of
the
it.
effects and like what's going on like
you
in the
can
back
even
end.
bring the example. There's this couple that would prank each other on YouTube all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they ended up breaking up, but they didn't tell the public. And they would still record like they're a couple and they would prank each other. And so they still live together. And apparently this has been going on for like 3 years.
That's crazy.
All because they got the bills to pay
Yeah.
because of the views and stuff. So yeah, you can do studies on stuff like that.
Yeah.
My thing is, man, that's the thing about vlogging, man. Like I understand that you live an interesting life, but don't put that as a business for everybody to see, man. It's not worth it. But and then what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Putting out your life out there. What life are you gonna have to yourself? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some things you gotta keep private. Keep to yourself. You want to enjoy it. You know, spur the moment. Can you imagine this dude went to Mount Tremblant recording himself rolling in the goddamn snow shirtless? Like, man, I want to see that ish, man. Come on.
No, it was meant to be enjoyed.
It was
with
meant
the
to be
people that were
enjoyable for
there.
him,
Yeah.
and he'll
That
tell
was
you the
it.
story, and you got to take his word for it. Visualize. Have the imagination to visualize it. All right? That's all I got to say for
Yeah,
you,
I can
folks.
definitely claim like I would think that's like borderline abusive in a
100%.
sense. You know what I mean? And like the children that are on those things, and it's funny because they do such a good job of appealing to little kids. Like
Yeah.
my little brother, you know, happens to watch videos like that, and he's young. He's like grade 2. You know, he likes watching these kids like run around and like play
Right.
games, and then you know do mazes and all this kind of fun stuff with his
right.
parents, which gives him ideas like
Stuff
you know
he would want to.
yeah, stuff that he would want to
wanna
do. Yeah. But then like honestly, he lives a regular life
Yes.
outside of that. But those kids, like everything's on camera. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like their whole lives are exposed to the rest of the world.
And I'm sure they get tired of it.
yeah,
And it sucks because you're a kid. You shouldn't be getting sick of, like, oh, I want to do this, and this, but then you get sick of it.
especially if the parents are like forcing the kids now to do this. And we don't know that,
Absolutely. And again,
but it's like it becomes a source of income.
Oh,
and a source of, like,
100%. Like, oh, they
consistency.
have to do it because,
Because how we're
they
paying
got
the
bills
bills.
to pay. Like, oh, we live in this mansion because of the YouTube,
Yeah.
but now we got to pay the mortgage. So we need to do something exciting.
Lifestyle creep, man. Sad. It's very sad.
Very, very sad. And you know what? All you parents are doing that to your kids. Some people's kids.
Yeah, honestly. I was going to say the F word, but
Oh,
yes.
okay. Well, that too.
Yeah.
Honestly, because you are pieces of ish
Yeah.
for doing that to
Definitely.
your children, exposing them to the world and not having them have private lives. They're probably gonna be turning out worse than Disney children the way you're putting it. But God forbid. Anywho, I think that's it for me. What about you?
Yeah, I think that we had the overview of Family Day. Next week's episode, we don't know if we're still doing one or not. I'm not 100% sure.
Sorry?
But it is a special day next Thursday.
Why wouldn't what?
It is the 29th.
Yeah, it is the 29th next week.
We will see. I am going to keep everyone updated. Or we shall keep people updated. But it is the 29th next Thursday, so just giving people a heads up.
First leap year episode.
First leap year episode. So we don't know if there will be an episode, but we'll see. We shall see.
And on that note, thank y'all for tuning in this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new.
Love y'all.
And follow us on all the socials. And tell your friends, tell your family. And you know what? Even tell your anger management-esque friends and family members as well.
Yeah.
They could use it. And to Fresh and Fit, if you're watching, you know, I'm going to use the F word. Fuck you. And on that note, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is The Blank with Carlos Orion. And as always, ladies and gents, don't forget, fill it in. Fill it in.
Peace, everybody.
Bye bye.